today. From Soldier Field in Chicago, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Now about set to get this one started, and off we go from Soldier Field. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson, and they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bears getting the football here offensively, and the man in charge at QB. It is fourth year now from North Carolina, Mitchell Trubisky.
We've seen a lot of ups and downs in the young career of Mitchell Trubisky. 3 years with the Chicago Bears, and he's a young quarterback still learning on the job. But what numbers do you trust with him? 8-7, 15 starts last year, but he was 11-3 the year before. The Bears offense, though, in 2019, just 25th in passing and 29th overall. They're looking for Mitchell Trubisky to elevate his game and bring the Bears along with him.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Good tackle there by Tremaine Edmonds, who came into the league as one of the youngest players ever drafted in the first round and has lived up to the hype and matured quickly. Led the team in tackles last year, can go sideline to sideline, make any kind of play you're looking for. I'm still trying to get over the nightmare of his father burning me for a touchdown back in college.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Andre Roberts is deep for Buffalo. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So the Bills make their way out, led by their third-year quarterback from Wyoming. At 24 years of age, it's Josh Allen.
I think the development of Josh Allen as the starting quarterback in Buffalo has been rapid. We knew he had a big arm coming out of college. People question his accuracy, his decision-making a little bit, but I think that continues to improve as well. And the biggest surprise, how well he's used his legs to give them an extra dimension in the running game. And give him credit, his completion percentage last season was up 6 points from the year before. He continues to improve.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
To Montgomery to begin the drive.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Nice gain there by the 2nd-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year, but what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control a game with his running.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a run with Montgomery. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now Trubisky to throw, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. To return is Roberts. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
37 yards.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down. That's the
no score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
Good catch and a good pickup of a first down by Devin Singletary. And I do think the Buffalo Bills are going to get him more involved in the passing game this year. 29 catches as a rookie. I think he'll double that number this year. One of the best parts of his game, making the first tackler miss. And he does it so well inside. When he gets out on the perimeter, it should be even better. I think he's going to be a nice weapon for the Bills moving forward.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Here's Zach Moss, Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Year a season ago. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 16, Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Steps away. He can run for it, and he will. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. From the gun, Allen. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Second and 4. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the... And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Allen. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First down, Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And you can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. They'll roll him out right. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky throwing over the middle, and it's it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it's 3rd and short.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 48. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But the teams are ready to go at half number 2. So to bring it your way, let's get right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Ray Roberts on the return. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 11. From the gun, Allen. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he'll get nothing out of that one. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing here, Trubisky. He may try and run for this. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So not the strongest of kicks we've seen him make, but he gets a favorable bounce, and it's 3 points all the same.
Yeah, that was one of those where he needed the 6-iron, but he pulled out the 9-iron. That one was run out of gas quickly, but he does manage to pop it over the bar.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Andre Roberts on the return. The Bills take over 1st and 10.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
34-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Singletary again, able to push his way through. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun. Allen. He completes it to the tight end Knox. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
Allen's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Allen toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Allen again. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Bills send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Trubisky.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 23. First catch for the Bears' leading receiver from a year ago. It's a Chicago first down.
I always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Stud, 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. He got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So after the INT, it's Allen on the move to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
He was brought down.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Devin Singletary there, and that'll bring up second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. To throw is Allen, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
41-yard attempt.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play.
6.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Intended for Allen Robinson. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Roberts now on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bills take over first and 10.
And now out come the Bills. They set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Allen and the Bills now with a first and 10 at their own 26. The pass to Brown as he hauls it in. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackler miss, whether he's in the hole or on the perimeter. I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw, it's Allen. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Akeem Hicks picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Eddie Goldman providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Bills send the punter out. On for a very important punt here in overtime. yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Chicago offense set to get started. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
58, Mike.
First throw in overtime now for Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few 1st downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a run with Singletary. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Danny Trevathan on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Allen. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And now they'll throw with Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Devin Singletary. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Allen going to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold?
Holding offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Allen hit. He lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Mitchell Trubisky sacked. A fumble on the play. Recovered.
And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
It doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this from both of these guys running the ball well?
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. First down, a run with Cohen. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Again, it's Cohen. Finding room to the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The penalty is declined.
We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.